What's going on, guys? Welcome to September's episode of Game of the Month, the show where we pick a game at random every month, and throughout the month we play it, and at the end of the month we talk about it. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
And we played what did we play? Monster Hunter World throughout September. But with every new game of the month, we have to pick a new game of the month for the month of October. Hopefully something spooky. The random pick number I picked was 20.
This is very ironic. We're going to play Dauntless.
What the fuck? How the hell are we going to go from this
Monster Hunter to Dauntless?
to that?
Yeah, it's going to be weird.
How are we going from filet mignon to McDonald's?
We have Monster Hunter at home. Dauntless.
Okay, how do we feel about that? That's fucking... Can we re-roll? We've never done that before. I don't want to. We can't do it. Okay.
They just came out with 1.0, so the game's officially out now.
It, yeah.
Okay.
So
There's a new weapon type in the game, too.
yeah, it'll be interesting.
Man, back to back. We're going to have a month where we played Monster Hunter World and then Dauntless and go back in time and see how we all love Dauntless so much more. The whole community would be like, remember that time that they like discussed those two games and they were like, yeah, Dauntless is way better. No one saw that coming. I'm interested in reinstalling it.
Oh, I was like, I don't think I uninstalled it, but yeah, I formatted my computer, so everything is uninstalled.
It's not even a scary game.
No.
So disappointing.
You're going to have to make your own scary game out of it.
Yeah. That's easy. Chris, what do you think about it?
I too enjoy.
Nobody's
eating
excited.
McDonald's every now and then.
I do it every once in a while. I'm like, this tastes like McDonald's. I'm eating it for a reason. It's full of sodium.
I'm intrigued to see what they made any changes with the official full release of it. So
Yeah. It's just so unfair to do this direct comparison back to back. If we gave us some months between it, I think it'd be a little more fair.
You rolled the number.
I did. So we will be playing Dauntless throughout October. Make sure to download that. It's free to play. So you got nothing to lose. And we'll be talking about the end of October. So I always kind of like when we roll a game that's free to play because then everybody can play it no matter what.
Yeah.
So it's always kind of fun. Doesn't that have cross-play?
I don't know if it was crossplay, but I was getting ready to ask where
I could have swore it did because I was harassing fucking Jeremy for like a month. And he was like very just straightforward with me about no. And I'm like, dude, come on, it's crossplay. And he's like, no, I'm playing Monster Hunter. And he's like, Dauntless sucks. And I'm like, okay, fair enough. He was just very like, no, I'm putting the fucking kibosh on that shit.
There can be multiple games.
No. Monster Hunter World is
Let's
good.
see. Dauntless.
So yeah, while you do that, yeah, we're playing Dauntless. Make sure to play that. And so also we just did Plus Club. We covered Batman Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3. We'll be giving Chris the floor in a sec to tell us what he thought of those games since he was not able to make it. But we're moving into a new month, as we just said, and we will be playing The Last of Us Remastered and MLB The Show 19 Alien Words. MLB. I'm like, what the fuck's that? We'll be playing those throughout October as well, so make sure if you have PlayStation Plus to download those, play those, and come back at the end of the month for Plus Club. We'll be doing that all over again. But let me stress again, we just did Plus Club, so make sure to go back, check out that episode. It was yesterday. It was a really good conversation. And everybody from Reddit who joined me on Reddit to have the conversation there, and people who came over to watch that and subscribed, welcome to the channel, and welcome to the community. Did you figure out what you look for?
It says they won't like specifically say like how the crossplay works. They just keep saying crossplay / cross progression through via PS4, Xbox One, and PC. Also, I didn't realize they did this, but the PC version's only on the Epic Game Store now.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So
That makes sense. They probably gave him like, I don't know, fucking $20.
I think they got more than 20.
And Dauntless is like, yes, please, anything. Yeah. Okay. So we covered that, and that. We got Discord. Link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all time. And we're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us. I think I nailed everything. There's always a lot of weird shit I got to throw into the intro towards the end of the month because the transition is always very seamless and perfect. And never issues with it. Yeah, so we real quick had Plus Club yesterday. Chris was not there for that, so if you want to real quick give us your impressions of Batman: Arkham Knight and Darksiders 3, and then give us a grade for both those games.
Both are kind of have the similar fighting style. You just kind of press a button and kind of swing away, and they're kind of one of them is Darksiders is semi-open world. There's kind of like a way you have to go, whereas Batman feels very much like a completely like open world. Like I could go where I wanted to do. There was still a main story that I had to do to progress at certain points, but I didn't feel like I was constrained to do it. But overall, I felt like Batman was A minus game. I think it was really, really well done. As far as the other Batmans go, I think it's my favorite one.
Oh wow, nice.
Yeah.
I also gave it an A-, so I feel it.
It's fun. It's so much fun, and there's so many costumes. I played as Adam West the whole time.
Nice.
It's the best Batman ever.
Best Batman, Adam West, 2019.
Unfortunately, Darksiders, which is the series I do enjoy playing, although it's not always the best reviewed game, I did not have fun with.
Really?
Yeah, it felt very stiff, and I had problems because there were certain sections of the game where it was consistently stop and load, and the character would just be frozen in place.
Oh, that did not make my review, and that was one thing that was weird. It has something that I saw in older games where you'd be walking and then all of a sudden, and I'm playing on PS4 Pro, so it's not just the PS4 problem. It's across the board. You'd walk into it wouldn't even be a new zone. You're already mid-zone, and it decided it needed to load. And the way they did that throughout whatever technology they're using was to pause the game and load, which if you got to do it, you got to do it. I get it. But it was kind of they kind of break the flow of the game.
I didn't
It's
run into
so
that.
jarring.
Really?
Yeah.
He didn't get too far, though, I guess. I don't know. It didn't happen as much in the beginning of the game, but it started happening pretty often, like around that cave area.
Yeah, and it was really just jarring. It even happened in the middle of me fighting enemies. They would like go through one section of the area, and I would leap forward to attack them, and it would pause and load, and then they would knock me back, and I would leap forward again, and it would pause and reload again. I was like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, it seemed like it was happening more and more often the further I got into the game, too, which I thought was kind of weird because it went from not happening at all and then happened once, and I'm like, yeah, that happens sometimes in games. It's rare. And then like later it was happening pretty frequently, and I was like, did this not fully install or something? Like, so yeah, it's interesting you brought that up because I forgot about that.
And I don't know, it just feels so lackluster compared to my experience with the other. There's 3 of them, I guess, total, but the first 2, it just felt like it was missing something. I was really excited for this one because I really like whips in video games, but they're not done very often, so I'm always excited to see how it's going to be portrayed, and it's just I was so disappointed. So for me,
sorry, I was just gonna say I typically like the idea of a whip in a game, but they're so hit or miss in games. They either are done well or they're done bad. So I never get excited when I see one. I'm like, okay, well, fucking, we'll see how this one works. And if it's good, I'm like, okay, cool. And then other games, I'm like, God, because it's kind of a hard weapon to make because with like a sword, you have a straight area that fucking you swing it, and if it makes contact, it does damage. But with a whip, like, you know, when Warframe first introduced its whip, the first one that came out, they had a system where the whole whip did damage. So you're just fucking doing a bunch of damage all around you constantly. And then they changed it to just the tip of the whip.
the tip did more damage. Yeah.
And it was fucking ridiculous the way they did it. I was like, I felt like I wasn't hurting anyone, and then every once in a while someone go and get hit really hard. I'm like, oh, and like I think they've definitely fixed it by now. But like, it that showed me how difficult it is to go like, how do we do damage with a weapon that's essentially free flowing and moving around weird and shit. So
right. Which the like visually, her whip as being a bladed, like chained, serrated whip would work really well because you just make the whole thing do damage.
Yeah.
But it just felt so weak. Like nothing felt really impactful as far as the weapons.
hollow. Yeah, it felt kind of like you were just doing damage, but you weren't getting the feedback you wanted.
And a lot of the enemies just sat there and like walked right through my attacks. Like you should be at least like flinching a little bit from some of these combos that I'm doing. It just felt so empty.
Yeah, not even a ow. Ugh. They're just like, okay, kill me, motherfucker, because I'm gonna kill you. And you're like, okay. And then they just die, and you're like, that was weird.
So overall, I'm gonna have to give it a D plus.
Woo-hoo.
Man, you're surprising me here.
That was
I was
fucking
so-
low.
Like I said, I really like
D's for Darksiders, dog.
but I was so disappointed. I was so frustrated, just mainly because of the fucking freeze loadings. Like, it was just awful. It just ruined the gameplay for me every time.
That sucks. You had to go so low, but I mean, it's all fair points.
Did you watch Plus Club at all?
No.
Fuck no, he hasn't watched the show. He's on it. He's like Johnny Depp. He films the movie and never wants to see it again. Yeah, he's like, I did my job, and he leaves.
Maybe he wasn't in that one. Anyways,
I
I'm
try
ju-
not to take my views when this happens. If I watch the episode.
no. That's I was just kind of curious because you gave the lowest score for Darksiders, and I honestly expected you to probably be the highest out of the three of us.
Yeah, I was the highest.
I think I probably had the highest expectations and was the most let
That's
down.
probably the point, because my biggest attribute to it is that THQ Nordic, more so how impressed I am with THQ Nordic and them trying to resurrect shit. So I was just more so looking at the company, and then I played it, and I got no affinity for Darksiders. So when I was playing, I'm like, it looks like Darksiders, it plays like Darksiders, that's cool. And then I was fine, but like I never got really into them, so I couldn't be as like specific about my criticism as you. So it makes sense. But the loading thing most likely would have made my grade slightly different. I gave it a B minus. So
Oh wow.
yeah, and Chevy gave it
C plus.
C plus. Yeah. So you went way fucking low with that D plus, but at least you gave it a plus. It almost made a C.
Yeah, because it's got the bones there for a fun Darksiders game for me, but there's just
Stabbed
so
him in
much
the gut.
missing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were betrayed.
And two Brute.
Fucking, you gave Batman a B plus,
B plus.
and I gave an A minus.
Yeah.
So he was pretty much where we were at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said the big one for me, and that you kind of threw me off with it. You saying it was your favorite one, because for me so far it's my least favorite Batman game. So, but I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't like the car stuff like at all.
There is a lot of car stuff, in it, but I don't know. Overall, it really felt like Arkham.
Oh, it's
Like,
great.
Yeah, I thought the
Great.
same. It felt really big, and just like, aside from not being into the car stuff as well, it felt like the culmination of all the things Rocksteady's been doing with Batman led to this, and it felt big and bold and awesome, and they still maintained a lot of the storytelling that
Yeah.
the more linear game, was more like a Metroid game. This one in open world, it's hard to tell a story in an open world in a cinematic way, because you
Yeah.
have to figure out at what point does the cutscene start, especially when you can come from any angle and shit. A lot of times, they just don't have them, or they have a door you walk into or something, and they did a really good job in that game on storytelling. I was impressed with it as well.
And all the side missions felt really fun too, and really
Yeah.
intriguing.
Yeah, and they do a really good job with like all the detective stuff, without making it feel like a fucking chore to do. So
Yeah.
So yeah, Batman you gave A minus, Darksiders you gave it the fucking Dark Side D
Dark
plus.
side, yeah.
So yeah, all fair grades. Although very very surprised with that D plus. But if it's got to be done, it's got to be done. You got anything else you want to say on that before we jump into Monster Hunter World?
No, I'm just so D plus disappointed.
Disappointed with
It's
a
a
capital
fucking
D
t-shirt
plus.
right there. I'm just D plus disappointed.
Fucking A. I'm gonna have a sad picture of Chris with that. Fury in the background, looking like, what'd I do? I thought it was good. Those load times suck. Yeah, so let's jump into Game of the Month, where we'll be talking about Monster Hunter World, which is a more premium version of Dauntless. It's the higher end Dauntless.
Judging it already.
If Dauntless came out first, which didn't. Can't wait to play it. Yeah, so we all played Monster Hunter World. We've all played it since it launched quite a bit. You guys definitely played it more than I have, because I played it early on, hopped out, came back, which has been cool. And Yeah, before we jump into that, I just want to say that we will be covering Iceborne because we've been kind of dodging that throughout the month because we've been waiting to have this conversation. But kind of like when we covered Destiny 2, expansions are tricky because it's not the core game, but this does meld itself into the core game. So a lot of the new features in Iceborne are in the core game now as well. So it's going to be almost impossible to not talk about it. But I also do want to talk about Iceborne. So let's keep that in mind. We're talking about Monster Hunter World as a whole, which is definitely Iceborne as well. But because we did not, what was the expansion to Destiny 2? Starts with an S.
I think the next one starts with an S as well, so that's not fair.
What? I didn't say anything was fair or not. Fucking, what the fuck is it called? Oh my god. Anyway, when we originally talked about that, we did not. We did not talk about the expansions all too much, but our community is pretty Monster Hunter centric, so I think we'd be doing a disservice if we don't talk about Iceborne. So we'll be talking about the whole thing, but just keep in mind when we're talking about our grade or whatever, Monster Hunter World as a whole, which would be great because we've been playing it for a fucking while now. So it'd be nice to finally throw a grade out there, even though we'll be from our experience this month. So like we always do. So anyway, with all that put out there, if you did not get a chance to play Monster Hunter World for some reason, do yourself a favor. Go fucking pick it up. This one's been doing great. People are loving it. You probably will too, so go check it out. But if you didn't get a chance to play it, Monster Hunter World is a third-person cooperative action game where you fight essentially monsters, but like they're more like boss battles. There are obviously smaller animals you can kill, but it's all about fighting the big bosses, killing them or defeating them, harvesting their organs, their juicy meats, and crafting new materials to become stronger to fight the next bosses. Each monster in the game has its own armor and weapons, and they just keep adding the fucking monsters, so there's a shitload of content in the game. And it's 4-player cooperative where you can play by yourself. You take on random hunts, or you can just free roam. And the progression in the game is essentially gear-based. There's a lot of other things to the game as well, but that's basically what the game has always been. Monster Hunter World is the newest and freshest and best of the series, I would say. We all played it this month, which was really cool for me to come back to it. So let's jump into our impressions. Let's start with Chevy. What was your impressions of Monster Hunter World this month?
Okay, well, when I first started playing it, I was nervous because it had been so long since the last time I played. I was I'm going to be so fucking rusty. It's stupid. And so I started with the hunting horn because I kind of figured it would be the easiest to like reacquaint myself with the game because the combat is a lot slower with it. And that did turn out to be very true. Like I was able to get back in, and it just was like riding a bike at that point. To the point where then when I did hop onto my other weapons that I like to play, specifically the longsword. I had a better idea what I was doing. I still felt really clunky at first, but with the introduction of the new moves that they added, which I believe are part of the core game, because it's a systematic thing. I absolutely love the way longsword feels now. I liked it before, but it had like pausing points a lot. You can nonstop go now with the longsword. It's great. It just constantly flows. There's a lot of options and stuff with it, and I feel like they've kind of done that with most weapons. I have not had a chance to try a whole lot of the weapons yet, but even with the hunting horn, they added a new note, so there's a whole nother thing you can do with it. That being said, I mean the game still is hard to put down. They have crafted a game. They've crafted this game so well that even like doing the same fight over and over and over again, farming for those materials to make that weapon or to make that piece of armor, I'm never bored fighting.
The game has always been like that since the beginning, but that's the interesting thing. We talk to anybody who's playing Monster Hunter at the time, that there is like a climbing a mountain feeling to the game where like so basically you got to fight things and you kill enough, you get stuff for it, obviously, and that's a pretty simple formula, it seems, but to make the fights every time be super engaging and interesting and intense, and to finally get, you know, what you needed to build the armor you're working towards. There is like, I've conquered this kind of feeling to the game. And you, like I said, when you talk to people in the community, when they've beaten, you know, whoever the newest monster is or any of the monsters in Iceborne, they're like, oh, I beat blah, 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 and I got the full set or whatever. And it's always like, oh, nice. Like, there's like this sense of like, I did it. And, you know, there is a lot of, it's a very grinding heavy game, but it's one of the only grind heavy games that like people don't talk about that aspect of it much because they enjoy it.
For sure. Yeah.
It's a game that's really easily grindable. Like, you're gonna be doing it. And they've made it so like every hunt feels different. You're gonna get used to like some of the move sets, where they might go, whatever. But you know, random elements happen. Other monsters will show up. Shit gets crazy. Some accidents can happen. Where you're like, oh fuck. And yeah, that's something as well. When I was playing, I was like, man, I forgot how fucking fun this game is.
Yeah, combat's great. And it makes the whole game because the bosses are so mechanic heavy and different from each other, and then even the weapons are very mechanic heavy and different from each other. So like everything, every experience can be completely different. You could fight the same guy over and over again, switch your weapons up, you'll have a completely different experience.
And there's a shitload of weapons. I mean, obviously, anybody who plays this regularly, especially the people we talk to regularly in the Discord, join that link down below. Or you know, just us. Fuck, what were we talking about specifically? Combat, yeah. So, I know, but what were we talking about before that?
Just there's.
I just lost myself doing that plug.
It doesn't get boring fighting.
It doesn't get boring, yeah. But just the amount of like, oh yeah, what I was gonna say. Now I remember. There's so many fucking weapons in the game as well. So when you're saying to switch out the weapon and come back and like and fight, it's gonna feel completely different. It's amazing that like this game has like so many variants to it that like it's not short in content in any direction. So like there's so many fucking armors, fucking weapons, monsters with different behavior patterns, different things that can happen. That yeah, there is always like an element of things switching up. That's really nice.
And it has this is gonna be a weird way to word this, but it has that like Pokemon syndrome where you're like wanting to collect everything, right? Because you could, I mean, Chris, not to speak for you, but it was really bad about that.
Speak for him.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know, you're collecting all these armor sets, so you're ready for different types of fights and weapons for different elemental weaknesses, and you're collecting random wildlife so you can shove them in your room and. Like, there's all sorts of random things. Like, you can literally spend all day in this game easily, and like, it's like time travel almost. So, like, we were playing before we filmed, and I was there for hours. I felt like I was sitting there for maybe an hour though.
There definitely is a big live-in quality to this game. Not necessarily in like an open world style where you're like living in the world, but like there's so much that you're doing. With like crafting, and then also specifically now with like Iceborne, the amount of shit you can use to decorate your room and change things up, and yeah, there is so many what's the word I'm looking for? So much micromanaging going on in that game that it is easy to kind of lose yourself in all the tasks that you're trying to accomplish.
Yeah, for sure, and yeah, like I said, it's really easy to just kind of get lost in that. Time just goes away. The only other thing I'm going to bring up so that I can let you guys kind of get in there is the Clutch Claw. Is the newest edition with Iceborne, but it is part of the game at this point now, regardless of the version you have.
Sure.
When I saw it originally, I was like, oh, that's kind of weird. Why are they doing that? Like, I don't understand. Like the oh god, what's it called? The slingshot on your fucking arm. Yeah, slinger. Yeah. There was that whole thing with like the sword and board, could use it while still having the weapon out and stuff like that. And then they just let everyone do that. And I was like, well, they're taking some uniqueness away from that. And then all of a sudden everyone gets this clutch claw as well. Getting my hands on it, they had a vision in it, and it was realized because like I didn't grasp it until I got my hands on it. It's a super fun system. Which is completely optional. Like you don't even have to use it, but it's
just an added tool.
When it's just a great feeling to like get on the side of the monster, punch it essentially in the head, make it face a wall, and then unload a bunch of ammo into its face, and it slams on the wall, and then falls down, and then everyone gets a bunch of free hits. So it's just another little micro game within the combat. So
Yeah, and the game already allows you to mount, the monster, and there's a whole like small, almost mini game to that, which
Yep.
is always fun. They've added, more ways to interact with these giant monsters of getting on the side of them and stuff. So
And the downtime's not as long as like a knockdown would be, for example. And the only reason I like have a good way of timing that is the longsword combo. With a normal knockdown, I could finish it. On the wall ones, they usually start standing up before I'm done. So, but I mean, that's my overall impressions. Is obviously, as you could probably tell by my inflection and the way I'm talking about it, I had a blast. This game is very fun. But a lot of you are here because of this game as well, though. So,
yep, it's one of our. I think it's like our second biggest poll when it came to getting subscribers was talking about Monster Hunter. So a lot of our community came from that. The other one is Cyberpunk, of course. Yeah. And yeah, everybody, like, I'm sitting here trying to guess what everybody's going to be fucking grading this. Because I already know we're all going to go high. So,
I'd be blown away otherwise.
yeah. So, I'm just trying to figure out how high. Unless Chris is going to throw in that fucking surprise fucking
Triple S.
D+.
Oh, yeah.
I love this game so much that I'm down with it, D+.
Got nothing left to do.
The well's dry.
I don't think that's a thing.
It's not.
Could be. Let's jump into your impressions, Chris.
Well, I've been a Monster Hunter fan for a very long time, so finally having it come to the big consoles has been what I think everybody has really been dreaming for, like a high-powered console to play Monster Hunter. We had it on the Wii, and I played a shit ton of that, but it wasn't quite the same. This feels just like all my hopes for Monster Hunter on a console come true. It's so like organic feeling where like how like the maps, there's no loading anymore, so you can just freely walk around this huge area and it feels like everything's alive, and just the species just seem to fit each area. And then when there's sometimes the species will invade areas where they're not supposed to be in, and it feels like this big like, ooh, this isn't supposed to happen. Like all the monsters react differently to them, and every monster has a unique set of like interactions between each other. Like some monsters will just ignore each other, like they don't really give a shit that the other one's there. Other monsters get real pissed off and they'll do like shit tons of epic like Godzilla-esque battles, which is amazing just to sit there and watch. You just see the whole party of 4 people just stop what they're doing, just like sit there and watch in awe as these two
fight.
monsters are throwing each other across the room.
Still to this day, like fucking, even with Iceborne coming out, as soon as a turf war starts, somebody always says it. As soon as it happens, we're like, turf war! And like everybody stops and people are flying through trees and shit. And I'm just like, and I'm not even like above it. I'm like, ha, yeah, you're so impressed. I'm just like, yeah, dude, you seeing this shit? I'm like, hold on. And I'm like, yeah, especially when it's the monster I've been after and whatever it's fighting, it's kicking its ass. I'm like, yeah. Fuck it up.
That motherfucker. And like you guys just heard before, the variety of weapons lends itself to being just anybody's playstyle is accommodable in this. You just have to find the right weapon set that you really enjoy. Some weapons are stronger with elemental damage and status effects if you really enjoy that kind of gameplay. Some weapons are slow as fuck, but they hit like a train. Other weapons are kind of middle of the road, and some of them are just really fast.
There's so many weapons, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about because I was just thinking about the vast amount of them. I mean, I was just like, what are we talking about?
And even within those weapons, like sword and board is a pretty generic weapon overall as far as like the weapons go. But there's like some of them that are really strong in elementals, and some of them are really strong in status effects, and then some of them are just really strong in raw damage with crit. So they kind of got like this nice flow, and all the weapons tend to have like a little leniency here and there, but for overall they tend to have like a stronger like set cohesion of like, you know, like hammers are the strong hitting weapons. They move a little faster, but they hit really hard. There's just so much. There's so much. It's like an MMO, but it's not at the same time.
Yeah.
It's really hard to describe outside of those terms for me.
That's one of the things I'm trying to emphasize as well for anybody who doesn't follow the channel, or, you know, someone who's not as Monster Hunter inclined as we are, or the rest of our community. Like we're big fans of the series, so like this is more so us just like gushing about stuff we like, but it's really hard to have like a structured, like we're not new to this. So it's not like, oh, I really like this. It's just like everything's great about it. so it's kind of hard to like pinpoint exactly where to start.
The one thing I wanted to add when you were talking about the sword and board being kind of generic, the one thing I kind of disagree with that aspect of, even though I do think it is very much a good entry level weapon for people, but you can literally just climb all over the monster with sword and board because you're just so mobile, whatever. You can block, you can literally hop straight up in the air, stab back down, and it's easy for mounting too. So it just kind of does a lot of things.
It's amazing how like seemingly simple weapons in the Monster Hunter world are actually a bit more complex. They do a really good job. Like, I mean, like daggers are pretty fucking straightforward as well, but like, you know, you use fucking most of the weapons in the game, and there's some kind of system to them that make them feel. It's not like other games where it's just like, this is the fast weapon, this is the slow heavy weapon. It has that, but then they all have mechanics, their own ways of being used that you have to learn a system. Some of them less than others for sure. There is some steep learning curves to some of the weapons. 100%. But that once you get it down, there is this like feeling of like mastery, like you understand this weapon. But then there's also weapons for people who might not want to fucking deal with that shit. You can just run and start fucking swinging.
It's kind of funny. That's the hunting horn for me when I don't want to think. I just use the hunting horn because it's. There's a note. There's a note. Okay, play the song.
That's another shirt. Just a picture you swinging that, going, "There's a note," while hitting someone in the head.
It's funny too because when we play.
There's a note.
And I'm playing the hunting horn the whole time too. I'll be like, "Sit still. I'm trying to play a song."
Sounds sadistic. I'm trying to make art. Some Dahmer
with
shit.
Violence. Yes.
Yeah.
The progression of the game feels very organic to it as well. It doesn't like throw you too fast, too hard into things. You can take your time with it, which I really enjoy because I myself am a pack rat when it comes to gear in this game. So I take my time and I collect everything. I don't even make pieces individually. I wait till I have enough to make the whole set, and then I make the whole thing all at once.
Yeah, I've done that too, just because I kind of like hate getting like, oh, I got pants now. Then I'm like, come on, just give me the whole, like, yeah. Then I look ridiculous. I have like half this, half that on. That is, you were saying like the progression feels organic. It's interesting because a lot of games, even with a skill tree where you can kind of differentiate from other people who are playing the game, this game has almost like a choose your own fucking adventure when it comes to like progression, because like you're picking probably a different weapon than other people, but you're also probably emphasizing what monster you're after to get whatever over someone else. Like I've built armor sets that other people weren't building, and it seems like you're just kind of going at your own pace, like you were saying. You really like, you know, there's a structure there for sure. There's certain monsters you got to get further specifically in the story.
Sure.
But all that does is give you access to the sets and weapons that you want, and then you choose which ones you want to build. And obviously, there's certain fights that people are gonna be like, "This is probably the best one you want to build," but you can still fucking take them on other ways as well. So
they're all viable.
Well, if you have a crap ton of decorations too, you can fix your weaknesses with those too. So
yeah, which the decoration system just adds fucking even more to it.
Yep, and augmentations.
Really first, but there's a lot of complexity involved in like armor sets as well because they all have skills.
Yep. Yeah, you can really, if you get like deep enough into it, you can really kind of get into that mid-max game for sure at the end, where you're like, I want that set bonus with that set bonus with those decorations, and I need to get some augments. So it gets pretty ridiculous. But you don't have to do that. That's definitely for the people who are like, I don't have enough Monster Hunter and I got to keep going. So
the people, the hardcore, which there are some of you out there that I know, and Chris still plays pretty actively even before Iceborne. But you know, some of the people we know specifically in the Discord and stuff, we're still playing it like constantly. And you know, there is that for people who just are not getting enough. They want more, and there's that to kind of grind out for. So, which is kind of cool.
And they have events too.
Yeah.
Just like previous Monsters, if you've played them before, they have those events. Although this time they're not constantly accessible. They're only accessible during holidays. for
They come
seasonal
back
events,
all the time,
but they
though.
bring back all of them constantly every time. They rotate through which ones they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. The crossover events, though, seem to be constantly, though. Because I came back and they were all going. So
Yeah,
for some reason, I
those are
thought
part of
those
the
were.
game.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
some reason, I thought those were also like temporary events. But
Except for the Horizon Zero Dawn. That
The
one's
Horizon Zero
temporary.
Dawn one is a temporary one.
Yeah,
It comes and goes.
that's why I had that idea in my head because I was still playing when that came out. And then I stopped playing for a while and I came
Final
back.
Fantasy's
And
permanent. Witcher's permanent.
yeah.
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 I think Devil May Cry rotates in and out too.
Oh, yep. I forgot about that one.
Which is interesting, that the way they do that. Yeah. Anything else you want to say, or should I jump in?
I don't want to take too much. There's so much more.
Yeah, I'm about to say we could really get down to the nitty gritty of this game, but yeah. So I probably have taken the longest break out of anybody here when it comes to when the game released and as of now. So it's been nice to come back. This is one of those games I'm always like, I need to come back, and then through the system of this channel, I'm being forced to come back. Which Iceborne came out anyway, so I would have been playing regardless. So it's been nice to return. But I had a similar experience as Chevy did. Going like, fuck, dude, I don't even remember how to play this game. Like my first fight, it was like in the movies when someone like sees something, they pull their gun up and then it goes and nothing happens. Like I was just sitting there with my insect glaive and I'm like, and I hit him and I'm like, wait, how do I do? And I'm like sitting there and it just fucking hits me. And I'm like, shit. But then it all kind of came back real quick in the same fight. I was like, oh, this is how you do it. It was just awkward because I'm like, how do I use this thing again? My insect's just like putting his back to me like, dude, come on, what are you doing, man? I'm going to be over here while you figure that fucking thing out. So yeah, coming back, it has been awesome. My first fight, my first couple fights, first thing I thought was like, I fucking forgot how much I love this game. It's a blast to play. And kind of like what Chris was saying, he's a longtime fan. I mean, everyone here is a longtime fan. Me and you had the original Monster Hunter on PlayStation 2. So, I mean, we've been playing for a long time. All of us have. And it's been cool to see the progression to this point. But it's been a slow evolution. Monster Hunter World, though, when it was announced, like kind of like what Chris was saying, for me, it was fucking gigantic because they have slightly dabbled with the console ones, but they're still like the old school console versions where it looked like the handheld versions put on console, which pretty much what it was. This was like console first. Well, it only came out on consoles, but what happened?
Camera blinked for a second.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like for Crisco. He's like, this is boring. I'm out of here.
Okay.
But to finally get like a HD fucking high quality Monster Hunter on console was really big for me because I'm not a big handheld guy. So I played the prior ones on handheld, but it was never as fun as it could have been. So this came out fucking, it's everything I could have hoped for. Chris was kind of saying that as well. Like they pretty much nailed it in every way. It's streamlined, but it doesn't take too much away from the older systems. It looks fantastic. I mean, I'd literally look at Monster Hunter World as the exact moment that Capcom started righting all their wrongs. Capcom for a while there was just fucking making shitty game after shitty game after shitty game. They almost felt like they were giving up. It felt like they were going the Konami route. And then they made, I don't know if Resident Evil 7 came out before Monster Hunter World, but one of those two came out first.
Same year, wasn't it?
Probably, maybe. Let me know in the comments. But those two games are like where I'm like, okay, Capcom's actually starting to do some shit. And since then, they've been doing great. And not only just like with new games, but like Monster Hunter World, they've been fucking supporting the shit out of this game. They made an awesome game. They know they made an awesome game. They have attracted the old community and brand new people.
Millions.
And they know they're doing that. And they are absolutely supporting this game like people who want you to know we're happy that you're happy. We want to keep you happy. We're going to keep you playing this game for a long time. They did that with all the updates, all the fucking events that happen randomly. They've added monsters before the expansion, and then they added Iceborne, which is a proper fucking expansion. It's like a legit expansion. It's been a long time. It's a rare thing nowadays to get expansions. I prefer expansions over small DLC. I'll take small DLC because I like content, but I'd rather get a chunk of content at once and something that is brand new to explore, but also adds some new mechanics. This does that. That's something that a lot of expansions nowadays don't really do. They add a new place to explore, new items, which I will not complain about that. But in this, they've added so many little new things it's almost like a fucking sequel. So in that regard, Iceborne has been awesome to experience because it's just reiterating like Capcom's fucking nailing it. Monster Hunter World is awesome. They know it. This game or this expansion is just more. It's just more good shit coming for a Monster Hunter fan. Yeah, so I mean, you guys covered a lot of stuff, but combat is obviously awesome. Monster Hunter World, the monsters are awesome. I really enjoy it. Feels great. Every fight always feels intense. Grinding never gets old. I've done plenty of that. Fucking, I remember when I was doing Valhazak back in the day,
Breaking his teeth
by myself, because every time I played with people, they would wipe, and like with the insect glaive, which is what I main, it's a lot more survivable because I can stay in the fucking air when he's doing his gas bullshit, and yeah, so fucking that was, you know, that's like the last time I remember like really just grinding out on something by myself, until Iceborne, of course. Yeah, fucking where combat, graphics, just I don't know, everything about it's fucking awesome. The insect glaive, they've done some changes to it. That's been really cool to see. Even though it obviously is better to stay on the ground for or for fucking damage reasons, you know, them having that dive bomb move is awesome and welcome. I still definitely flip around in the air a lot for survivability reasons. It's so nice when fucking someone's shooting like a ray. You can just flip into the air and fucking float around. You don't have to worry about it. Everybody else on the ground. I always feel bad because I feel like a helicopter, like the news, just going over in the air, just watching, and people on the ground going and fucking just on fire and shit.
If you could be in there watching me fucking flail around and then listen to what the shit I'm saying in a goddamn microphone the whole time. I'm trying not to get hit by things. I probably sound like I hate the game when I'm playing it.
It is one of those games that's like can be frustrating in a good way.
Yeah,
because the fights are always really intense. What can I really add to what we talked about? I mean, they really just nailed it in every way. It's awesome, and Iceborne has been awesome. The Clutch Claw, I agree, is a welcome tool. It doesn't feel like it's kind of a weird way to put it, but like we just talked about Batman Arkham Knight, and they added the car, and it feels like they really were like, use the car, here it is, use the car, and you're like, I want to be Batman, I don't want to drive as much, and they're like, use it. And this, they're like, here's Clutch Claw, you can use it if you want, and you're like, I don't know if I want to, and then you fucking use like, oh, that's kind of cool, and then you use it sometimes.
I'll say I definitely have like great moments to use it myself, especially like if I can't seem to like get in there and swing my sword around, I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna climb on you instead. So, or if they're running away, you're like, I'm going with you.
Yeah, I use it a lot when they're running away.
Like 4 people firing clutch claws at a monster just running away, like, hey, come here,
Yeah.
come back.
That's scary.
Don't run.
Imagine being a frightened monster, getting your ass kicked. You go to run away, and everybody's like just shooting fucking clutch claws at you.
All missing, barely.
Yeah.
Baby, come back.
I always equate it to like the monster gets a bad case of fleas, man, because they're just crawling
Pretty
all
much.
over it at that point. So we didn't really talk about Iceborne too much.
Well, I was trying to puke up my opinion on the core game because I was going to allude to Iceborne is out. We should probably talk about it a little bit. What do you guys think of that?
Well, like you said, it is a proper expansion, and I think they have so far. I haven't beat it yet. It completely nailed it. It feels like a complete continuation and addition to the existing game. Even the story takes off where it ended. So I mean, like they did a really good job in that regard. The new zone is gorgeous. The new
I love the way it looks.
Yeah, no, it's great. And then even the addition, even though it's pretty much the water slow down, but trudging through the snow, you slow down.
It's a cool way to reinvent that, but then also just like with the way some of the monsters interact with the environment. What's his face? Fucking knocking trees down, using it as a
borrow or whatever.
Borrow.
Yeah, using it as like a tractor, fucking just plowing through shit. Well, I mean, it's a neat new experience.
Oh, 100%. And that was actually what I was going to bring up is all the new monster animations in general are
really good.
So pleasant to watch, even when they're kicking your ass or whatever. Like we just fought bad with names.
Lavinus.
Yeah.
Flavinus, yeah.
And watching him, even though the whole time I'm like, stop, I'm trying to get in close. It's impressive watching how they've made this giant fucking thing move so fluidly. Like,
Was that you who posted in the Discord?
I posted someone else's fight, but
But you posted it. Yeah, there's that GIF or whatever of that dude with the blade, and like it's very samurai-esque.
that move's great.
Glavenus is getting his blade ready, and then he gets his blade ready, and they go and fucking cuts the tail off,
right
and then
through each other, yeah.
Glavenus just collapses. Like that was pretty cool.
Yeah. If you nail that move correctly, you take very little damage. So it's awesome.
Glavis should have known.
I
into
feel
that
like
trap.
he does know because I went to do it to him when I was playing, and he turned around and was like, boom!
The AI in that game
Knows when you're in trouble.
feels smart.
Yeah.
It will pay attention to shit. If you start like exploiting something, it starts paying attention to you.
Or if, you'll be like the weak, like, like a predator would. Oh, that one's going to be the easy one to kill.
Oh,
when
yeah,
you're
for sure.
almost dead,
That's the most frustrating thing.
they
fucking
will
ever.
just start chasing you.
Yeah, you'll be playing with like 3 other people, and everybody's fighting, everybody's taking damage, everybody's jumping around, fucking freaking out, and then you take a bunch of damage, and you're like, oh shit, and you start just going, just kind of like limping off, like I gotta heal. And as you're doing it, fucking, you look back, and it just goes, what the fuck you doing? It starts running over. You're like, ah, shit, are you serious? And everybody's just chasing after you. You're like, help me. And they're like, where can't he's after you, and you just gotta start fucking running.
Yep.
And it's like you're almost dead.
I can smell the blood.
If I can take you out enough times, you guys get the fuck out of here
Yep.
and retry. And I'm like, no.
That fight is as far as I am. The story, so anyone who has been playing will know how far I am right now. And every new monster to this game that I've experienced so far has felt completely different, which is great.
Can I say too that they've added new monsters, of course, but they've also added like reiterations of other monsters. They didn't. It at first sounds like you just reskinned it. They added like completely new animations and moves you would not expect.
Oh, they're great.
So I mean, like it doesn't even feel like, oh man, you reskinned, or going like, well, it makes sense. More monsters, you reskinned it, less time. They added completely new moves and shit, and the only thing it does is makes it feel like the world of Monster Hunter is a deep and vast place with different versions of the same species, and it makes it feel more fleshed out. I mean, it's really interesting. Like, there's no negative to it. What's homie with the fucking Puke, the fucking the water
Dude,
one?
that threw me off bad.
Coral
Yeah.
Islands, Puke.
Yeah.
Because like fighting that motherfucker before, he's always been easy, but then like.
It just gax poison at
I
you.
fought the new one after coming back to the game and still trying to get my shit together. And he's like shooting fucking beams of water everywhere and stuff. He's got aerial shit.
Helicopter again.
Yeah, he's doing all sorts of shit. His tail, like at one point, he's just fucking headbanging and going crazy, and his tail just behind him is just a fucking pyrotechnic show, just going like a fucking fire hose. I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It's nothing like the other one.
Yeah.
He just looks similar. So
Super
you're like,
impressive.
oh, the water ones of these are fucking assholes. That's all I learned from that.
Well, they've
That
also
beam, too, was just like, bop, killed me.
Oh yeah.
They've also added new moves to the older monsters too. It's not just like new monsters. The older monsters got some love too. There's some variations to some of the moves they did before.
Did they?
The master rank
Yeah.
versions, yeah.
Really? That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so like Radobon now when he's Urgan when he's rolling through now,
Uh-huh.
he just doesn't roll. He's on fucking fire when he rolls through now.
Really? I've not seen that. That's crazy.
Yeah, they even like
Terrifying.
we were fighting. I think it was just great, Gyros or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember him being first off that aggressive, and then like secondly, like everything he was doing was paralyzing. It seemed like maybe I was just getting hit by like the little ones. I didn't see him, but yeah, I was like, I've fought this guy a million times. Why am I having such a hard time all of a sudden? So. I don't know. They've really done a good job, even with the old monsters, like making them like interesting still.
That's another reason why this expansion feels like a proper expansion. Any good expansion will add stuff, but also improve everything. Quality of life stuff that they went into every single weapon and added new shit to it and retooled it. Adding the clutch claw, which is obviously a new feature, but it just enhances combat. It's in the game in general now, and then going back to older monsters and adding shit to that, so that when you do revisit and that's one thing I really like about the expansion too, is you go back to older areas too. So there's like cross pollination, which I really like.
Constantly.
Or pollination, or whatever the fuck you say. But it's a really really good expansion, and it in no way feels like they just made it real quick. It feels really like dedicated, like they really wanted to make. They put as much effort into it as they did making the fucking base game. I mean, it really feels like the amount of work you put into a sequel, just not the size of a sequel, but it's fucking almost there. It's a big expansion. There's a lot of shit they added, and like you guys said, even the older shit they've enhanced. So when I was watching, I did a react video for it, and when they went into the patch notes, it was like fucking almost the whole video was the patch notes that they were reading through, and I was just like, I don't want to sit here and listen to people talk about patch notes.
Oh, I do it all the time, but
Sure, but one, I normally read it because I retain it better.
Fucking awful
If someone's
about it.
reading to me small details on everything, specifically weapons I typically don't use very often,
Yeah.
I start zoning out.
I usually read them.
Yeah,
I
that's
do,
what I'm saying. I normally just look it up.
with like Final Fantasy 14. I have a person I enjoy because he'll read the patch notes and then express his opinions. So I'm getting more.
Yeah, they
than
weren't
just the
doing
patch
that.
notes. Yeah,
They just had a list. They're like, this is patch, blah, blah, blah. They add this, and this. And then with this thing, they
Yeah,
did
that's dry. You
this,
can do
this,
that on
this,
your
and
own.
this. Yeah, exactly. I'm listening to these people. And it's Japanese dudes with an English speaking person talking over them doing that. I'm like, I'm going to read those myself.
yeah, I get that. But yeah, I mean, overall, like we've reiterated, they nailed it. Everything about it is like the same quality or better. I feel like
The new
So,
town, I think, is better than the original town.
every way.
Agreed.
In every way. But I love it because it's so different looking as well. That doesn't just feel like they took the last town and go, let's make a better one. Fuck that town. It's like you feel like you're in a different location. This place is different looking. I love the way it looks. The way it's set up is a lot better. It's a lot easier to get around and do stuff. The hot spring area is really neat. I wish the first area had more stuff like that.
The social hub area in general,
Yeah.
it's like a bunch of people had feedback about it and they went, we're going to do that. The only
Yeah.
thing I think it's
It does
missing
feel like that.
is there's one person missing out of there, I think, and I can't remember who it is now, but every other vendor and everything else is in there.
Yeah, when I
Is it-
first
is
went
the
in,
ecology guy, maybe?
when I
Yes.
maybe yeah.
Yeah.
When I first went in there, I was like, is this just an extended part of the town? I'm like, no, this is
a
the
huge
hub,
hub.
area. Yeah, it's really neat.
You can craft in there and everything.
Yeah, I was really impressed with it. Also, your room is really neat, and the amount of stuff you can put in your room and put things on the shelves. At first, I was like,
And unlock more.
Yeah, I was like, when I started doing, it, I was like, fuck. I was like, they just expanded this more. This sucks
Yeah.
in a good way. And then it's like, oh, put your pets too, and I'm like, yeah, that's cool. But now I can put like shelving and stuff in here. This is neat.
Even the endemic life, the pets got changes to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
You can now get trophies for catching largest
Small and large
versions
ones.
and smallest versions of them as well.
Yeah, I saw that too. When you were looking through your pets, you can pick what size and stuff too, which was kind of cool. So
More trophy hunting.
yeah,
Yay!
yeah. I mean, people were still playing the base game until now, and then they added this, and I'm like, they added more longevity. Like they're really. This is a question I was going to ask you guys, and we've talked about this kind of before. Would you want a Monster Hunter World 2 anytime soon, or would you want another expansion? I lean on I'd almost want it, how well they did this expansion. I'd be 100% fine with them doing another expansion.
I 100% agree, especially with the new consoles coming out soon as well. I would hope to just see them bring it over.
Up-res it, have the same content.
Well, they already have like a PS4 Pro and an Xbox, One X enhanced versions
Settings,
of
yeah.
these games, so they could just do that again. The game still looks good, so I mean, like,
Oh, looks, dude! All Capcom games right now look fantastic.
yeah. So I mean, I'd be totally fine with that. Another year and a half or whatever, release another expansion. I would completely prefer that. Plus, it kind of feeds into that. It's a faux MMO to begin with, anyways, and it kind of feeds into that more MMO feeling when you get to continue your progress constantly. That's one thing, and I have to give Bungie props on Destiny 2 for they're going to go that route now since they're their own company. But originally, when it was Activision, they're just trying to do mini MMO experiences constantly, and it gets frustrating starting over all the time. So
That's one thing that when we're talking about, oh no, Borderlands 3 or Borderlands in general versus a game like The Division, which I like both. But I like Borderlands because it gives me a feeling of like Diablo, where like you buy the game, it has a beginning, middle, and end, and it has planned end game. It's already there, and reasons to keep you around. And Monster Hunter did the same thing.
Yep.
But games as a service games, which I don't mind them, but I always feel kind of empty when I finish them because they have really shallow ways of trying to keep you playing while they try and rush new content. And I emphasize rush new content because they're trying to get these small bits of DLC out, and I'm glad I'm getting them. But it never is as exciting as like you beat Monster Hunter World and you're like, I got so much shit to still do that I want to do, and it's planned that way. I just beat Borderlands 3, and we're not really talking about that, but like there's all this endgame shit that I'm like, oh fuck, dude, I'm not even done. So like, and that's something I way prefer than like games as a service where like you beat it and there's like the raid, and you're gonna go repeat the raid until they release the next raid with like 2 new armor sets and a new class, which is exciting, but like fucking make a chunk of content, make an end game that's gonna last longer, put fucking work into that, and then take your time to make an awesome expansion to make it exciting again. And Monster Hunter did that.
And they have their because they also do just like updates and
well, that's the thing. It's fucked up. Is
they have a plan for that too.
Not only did they do that's so fucking crazy that they were able to make a crazy awesome expansion, but they also did the games as a service thing on a complete game.
Yep.
Like they really fucking just nailed the support of this game better than most games.
Yeah,
I think
for sure.
I think you'd have a hard time trying to make a case of another game doing it better post game.
Yeah.
Like they nailed it. They did it all. Whereas, like, you know, games like Destiny, we keep bringing up Destiny, but it's like a really good example of how that works. They did add an expansion later, like a big one that was really fucking good, but not as good, I don't think, as Iceborne.
No.
But their support of the game was what you'd expect. The Division 2 did a pretty okay job of adding stuff. They haven't had an expansion, but what they're doing, Monster Hunter did, but then also did the expansion. So it's just like, there's developers out there who will go like, we should do this, and then they'll go, that's probably too much work, or that's going to cost too much money. And there's other developers that are like, we're just going to do it. We're going to fucking just do it. It's going to be really hard, but it'll be worth it. And it seems like they definitely had that mentality working on this game.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. And you could tell they're into it. I mean, they're the people, obviously, like this is what they do. They make Monster Hunter and they make more Monster Hunter games. And Monster Hunter, it's like, so this is their thing. It's kind of like the Pokemon company. They just make Pokemon all the time and they just keep building onto it. So you know, when you have a company devoted to one thing like that all the time, you obviously would hope they're passionate. Otherwise, they're not gonna. Those games are gonna last for very long. But at the same time, you know, they get to hone their craft, and every once in a while you have that. Well, that's not the right direction, but you bounce back and you do it better. I can't think of any hiccups with Monster Hunter yet, so that's good for them so far. But yeah, I don't know. I just thoroughly impressed.
Yeah.
I do have 2 complaints.
I have one
They're
as
more
well,
of,
but I
like,
was gonna wait till my
personal
review.
gripes.
Yeah.
Overall, there was an iteration of Monster Hunter that was released only in Japan that released a weapon. It released tonfas as a weapon, and we've never gotten those in America. And I was really hoping that maybe in this expansion we would have gotten like a new weapon set, because it's always fun to see more variety. But that's more just a personal gripe. It still plays just as fine. The big one I have is pretty much the one they get beaten over the head with over and over again, and it's weapon design.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
To like the point where like I was watching someone else talk about it, and like the Glavenus, which we just fought, is basically known as the Great Sword monster. Its tail is a great sword, and in the game it was the oh god, I keep forgetting the word for it. The lead monster for it, basically.
Flagship.
Flagship. Thank you, flagship monster. The great sword for that game was his tail that just had like a handle in, and now it's completely different. It's like a iron weapon. It's an ore weapon that has like Glavenus parts strapped to it.
It seems like they've taken a step back from the more crazy weapons. The more like, it's kind of like Soul Calibur used to have like a lot of joke weapons that were really ridiculous, and more recent iterations they have a lot less of that kind of thing, which kind of was disappointing for me to see. So it's kind of like that, like because I remember a lot of the crazier weapons in Monster Hunter, and this one they all seem more. I don't want to use the word plain because I think there's a lot of really cool weapons in it, but they all seem more realistic.
It's also super inconsistent though, because some of the weapons are very ridiculous. Like I have the Devil Joe hunting horn, and it looks ridiculous. But then like, yeah, it's literally like his jaw on a stick. You know, it looks like this really crazy looking weapon.
That is inconsistent, yeah.
And then
That's
the rest
weird.
of them like are bagpipes with some scales, and this one's got some leather, and this one has like a feather on it or something. But it's the same base model.
It's the same base model with slight like
And it's disappointing.
tags of the monster attached to it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the biggest disappointment of Monster Hunter
And
World.
some of them are like even like the Nargacuga. His iconic weapons are the dual daggers because they're just like it's got the feathers, right? It's supposed to be like feathers that go up to make the daggers, and then shorter feathers that go down to make the base of the weapon. But it's like the most iconic weapon for that monster, and now they're just axes with some Nargacuga feathers attached to it.
Yeah, it's really weird.
It'd be cool if they, well, then you would disappoint, I guess, people who are more like, well, it was already like that, so keep it that way. But it'd be kind of cool if they went back and retroactively made some of those more iconic weapons iconic again. I feel like they could do that.
I don't feel like anyone would complain, to be honest. Someone would.
Somebody will always
Yeah.
complain
But
about something.
But the people who've been playing Monster Hunter forever, I think, at the very least, make it an optional appearance or something.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah, that's probably the only big complaint I have with the game, because it is really disappointing to like go, oh, this looks just like the one I just had. Why did I spend all this time making this? Yeah,
The last 3 steps, it looks identical. Great.
yeah.
Yeah, and the Tonfa thing's really interesting too because yeah, I've seen those, and it would be exciting, and maybe if they do another expansion, which I hope they do. Did Chris ever chime in on that?
No, we kind of just kept talking.
Yeah.
I would love another expansion.
Okay.
Don't make Monster Hunter. I want like 4 more expansions.
Yeah, that's
I
where
think
I'm
this
at.
could be like the base game for a whole series of expansions.
Yeah. Because I mean, like, with how much they've already added to Monster Hunter World as compared to the other games, like with all the new monsters and stuff, restarting with another base game, you'd have to have something new and fresh and crazy to restart the whole thing. So just keep adding monsters and locations and weapons and all that shit. Go back
Keep
and...
bringing back the old ones, but keep bringing new ones in.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, the Tonfas, though, would be cool if they did do another expansion. Bring those in. It'd be cool every once in a while to add a new weapon. I know that can be kind of daunting, can be kind of dauntless to have to go back and make fucking, all the iterations of the Tonfas that the other weapons have now. But I think it'd be worth it. I think it'd be exciting for people. So add something else.
It doesn't matter how complicated it might be to add it within the code they've written for the game too, because they may not have planned it. And I know a lot of times
it's
as
rough.
you keep building onto a game, all your stuff gets buried under code. So
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, so a lot of times when the game's been out for a while and people are like, they should add this, I'm like, you know how hard that would be, dude?
Yeah, they might as well start over
Or
at
like
that
the
point.
game's coming out in a month and people are like, oh, the beta, man, they'll change it. They'll bring all the voice actors back in. They'll render all the cutscenes over and do all this shit. I'm like, that's never happened. Ever. It never will. That part of the fucking development's over. If they're working on an expansion, they might bring them back in. We'll be lucky. Otherwise,
Yep.
that ain't happening. So it's tricky, yeah. You can't just manifest these things, especially when you think about how engines work. Like, it was built for certain things. They built on top of that. Adding I think they could add Tonfas easily, but it would be a lot of work.
I still have that
Especially if they
that
weren't
idea
planned.
that I threw out there, and I would love to see, because I think it's the right game for it. I think there should be a shield weapon. It's just a huge giant shield, except for you have on each arm half of the shield on each side, and the pointy end would essentially be your punching weapon, and then you could block by putting your arms together and completing the shield.
There's a weapon like that in Dark Souls.
Is there?
Door shield.
Okay. I'm going to take your shield idea and make it different. It'd be cool if there was a shield weapon, but it'd probably have to be one piece. So maybe you can lock it in. That's a cool idea. So I'll just gonna steal your idea. But then
I
they'll
made
lock
this.
it in into like a fucking shield, and of course you have to have a move where you can run with it and plow through people. But it'd be cool on hilled areas if you could jump on it and slide down and ram into shit, or jump off of things and glide with it
I think those are easily added to that. Yeah.
for mounting reasons.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way to do hand to hand in the game at one point because I remember I was talking with Josh about it. I was like,
Talking with Josh about that.
well, it's just got to be, everything Monster Hunter is ginormous, right? So just these huge spikes essentially. I was like, well, screw it, we'll just make it multi-purpose because Monster Hunter's got all these transformer weapons anyways, and you put the two punching weapons together, and all of a sudden you have a huge shield when they're connected together. So, and then when you go back to attacking, you're punching with the shield extended past your fists. So.
How about a
cool.
whip weapon while we're at it?
Huh?
How about a whip while we're at it?
As long as it's done well. We were talking about that. If they do it bad, I'm gonna be pissed.
You didn't really get a chance to talk about Iceborne at all, though. So you want to throw some thoughts out in the ether here?
Yeah, this conversation's definitely just been like this, and everybody's like, wow, wow, wow.
Yeah.
It is a welcome addition to the game. It not only is it bringing back a lot of the old monsters that I have basically grown up fighting as flagship monsters over and over again. There's some new ones here and there as well peppered in, which are really nice additions. And I haven't even gotten. I'm the same part of Chevy as I have just been farming the damn armor over and over again. And
Yeah, I
deciding
need
which
to
weapons
catch
I
up.
want. You got plenty of time because I keep changing weapons I want to use. I keep rebuilding every single branch.
Yeah, I'm
and
actually
tree of
surprised to
them.
hear you're not. I mean, you're like as far as Chevy, because I would have assumed you'd be further.
I'll take my sweet ass time with it this time.
But
around.
you also do that a lot in games too. You really savor the flavor.
And I love it. I look forward to what's ahead of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so many optional quests unlocked for me right now, too, that I keep looking at my quest log. I'm like, I should knock those out. I'm like, I beat
what I
the
do.
story, come back, do it, whatever.
Dude, yeah, when I first fucking came back the first day, I fucking showed up and like I'm just like looking around like, oh fuck, and there's all these like little things on the map, and I'm like, what is this? I run up and they're like telling me this whole thing. I'm like, hey, this is very interesting. They're like, you want to go do this? I'm like, hold on a second. And then I run off and someone else is like,
Hold that thought.
they're like, it's you. Where you been? And I'm like, I've been gone for a long time. What's going on? And they tell me this whole story. I'm like, oh, that's really neat. And then like, you want to go with us here? I'm like, hold on a second. And I run over here and someone's like, hey, this thing, let's go do that. I'm like, what the fuck? And then I run over to my optional thing and I'm looking through the thing. I'm like, oh my God. Like, and then I go to a whole new land. I'm like, oh my God. So there's a lot of shit to do in that game. I'm just like, fuck. And then I was like, just baby steps, just take a step in, do something. It'll happen
So
naturally.
you just pick something and go. I mean, I'm trying not to focus too much on like how buried I'm getting an optional quest. I'm like, they're optional for a reason. I'll come back to them.
For sure. And
Yeah.
and
Right.
kind of like what we're talking about earlier, specifically when I was saying like, and Chris was saying is like an organic progression. I was saying like, you kind of go whatever fucking direction you want, whatever you're feeling, do it. And that's kind of the thing is like, there's no rush. Like you just do what you want to do in that game.
Yep.
It is definitely a challenging game. But you learn, the monsters you do well, but it's also like a social game where you're just like hanging out. Like there's the pace of the game is like, there's not a whole lot of games like Monster Hunter. In fact, there's no games like Monster Hunter in my opinion, aside from all the ones that copied it. I guess I'd be lying if I said there isn't. But they all got the idea from Monster Hunter. But like just the pacing of the game is so unique. It's hectic when you're in a fight, but when you're out of a fight, there's like no rush at all. There's so much like building weapons and armor that's such like a chill experience. And you go and you eat food like a nutcase, and
Say
then
we
you
probably spend as much time in between missions as we do in the missions because,
Sorry.
like, well, no, it's fine. I would say he'll be over. Chris will just be over in his box, like, what do I got for this? And he's just like, I can just picture his legs dangling out of the chest while he's looking for whatever gadget he's gonna
digging
bring
through the
for-
toy box, there's toys falling out.
That's where I'm just like sitting there, like trying to like piece together a meal. I'm like, what stats do I want to try to get? Like,
It's so funny because I hear you taking like, okay, I want this meal, whereas I'm just like, oh, chef's choice, give it to me. I'm gonna go pick out my gear.
Give me the dollar menu.
I like the food buffs. I don't know.
I also like in Iceborne, I forgot her name, but the
Handler.
the new
Hey, Pard.
The food chick,
Yeah.
the big one.
Oh, the cat mama.
Oh,
Yeah, the cat mama.
Grandma,
Thickness.
grandma cat.
Yeah,
Grandma
she's
cat,
dope.
Yeah. I love the way she
hate
just
how
rubs that
sensual
meat.
she
nice
is
and
with
just juicy.
I didn't think about it sensual, but yeah, she. It's funny because like you go to the original area and homeboy's all buff and shit, and he's like chopping shit like a samurai, and then he's like delicately like dropping it on there, and he's like, ooh, and it's so ridiculous. But then yeah, with her, she's just like all that tender love and care on that food, and like she just the whole time just like chilling or whatever. And I was watching, I'm like, you guys are completely different. And apparently,
listen
like
to
she
her.
trained the other one or something, didn't she?
Yeah, she's his teacher.
Yeah, so it's just funny that like his approach is like he reminds me of like a samurai almost, except for he's obviously cooking.
I say his last phase, literally a hunk of meat. He takes a sword, he just cuts it into sections, puts it out, and then puts liquid on and catches it on fire.
But when you watch it, there's like a technique to it. He's like, and then he like slides it, and like it's very like samurai like. But with her, like, it's just funny that she trained him, and she's just like rubbing everything down, and it's just I love that shit. I love the details.
No, for sure. It's
absolutely.
detailed way more than it really needs to be.
I watch that shit. I'm like, most games that just go, I want this, and it's like ding, and you just had it. That's it. But there's like this whole animation. I never get bored of watching it, and then watching your dude just like he has to eat now. He's fucking it's just fucking going nuts, and then your cat in the back is just fucking like.
That's
Just
the cat's life,
100% just with you. Like, yeah, dude, let's get this in. Let's get these gains, bro.
Speaking of weird side little details that are just engrossing, in that same kitchen there is a cat to the left of Grandma Cat who is making bread, and he is literally like measuring the flour, measuring the yeast, adding in the water, kneading the dough, letting it rise, pulling it on the table, folding it some more, rising again, then throwing it in the oven to bake it and make full loaves of bread, just over and over. But it's legit process of bread making. It's fucking ridiculous. Just a side little character, just like.
It's like the essentially the one at the wood fire in the first town. Just constantly like putting stuff in there, waiting. Flames hit him in the face like.
There's that one dude who's stirring that giant pot and every once in a while almost falls
Almost
in.
falls in, yeah.
I'm like, there's a fucking accident waiting to happen here. Like,
Where's
you guys need
OSHA?
OSHA, yeah. This is why OSHA exists, because that motherfucker's falling asleep and no one cares. And they're going to care when it happens. And everyone's going to have to fucking be punished for that.
Be a tasty, tasty stew.
I don't know. Cats are pretty wiry, I'd imagine.
It's that slow cook, though. They're not even going to see him
True.
fall in.
It's true.
Someone's going to be eating and get hair in their mouth. Like,
Pissing
what the
people
fuck?
off with this topic all of a sudden. They're gonna eat cats.
Or palatines.
Some people do.
Oh man.
I mean, what else could we talk about? I mean, there's still plenty to talk about.
There is, but I don't know. I almost feel like, especially with time, maybe we should move to recommendations unless you guys got something you want to say.
I'll just reiterate, Monster Hunter World is the biggest and best of the series, in my opinion. Its potential is awesome and realized. There's a bright future for the series. I'm glad that Capcom could make a game that could bring in new people and but also make the older community happy with it, and be able to set a standard for all those newer people that they support the fuck out of their games really well. You have a lot of fun times ahead of you if you pick up this game, and it's been really cool to see Capcom just really back this game. It's been a series that has had its fan base, but that's it. And now it feels like it's finally accessible to everyone, and it's just been really cool to see. And they nailed it with this game. I think everything about it's awesome. The gameplay is awesome. The content is awesome. The graphics are awesome. The character of just the atmosphere and the very unique style that is Monster Hunter still there, outside of obviously the weapons, which hopefully they could make more interesting at some point, kind of like the older ones. But yeah, I mean, it's everything that you could have hoped for and more. And Iceborne has added so much more that has been, even as someone who's been following Iceborne, has still been surprised by it. So yeah, it's the total package. It's fucking awesome, and there's a reason why people love Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
This is a good one.
100%.
So I feel like everybody agrees. Actually, it's okay.
Excuse me. Actually,
I'm not giving a D plus to a game you just described. Let's tone it down a fucking notch. Jump into recommendations. I'll do the easy one. If you're a Monster Hunter fan and you haven't played this, you probably should hop on.
You have this,
but you
already.
have it because the Monster Hunter community is a very dedicated community.
Probably went out and bought a console for it.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you haven't played Monster Hunter World or Monster Hunter in general, but you're playing a game like Dauntless, which we'll be playing next month, come back and talk to us about that. Play this. You're doing yourself a disservice if you haven't. If you like cooperative games, hub-based cooperative games, specifically games like Phantasy Star Online, Phantasy Star Universe, Vindictus, even games like The Division, stuff like that, games where you get together with friends and you just go and complete missions together, you will probably like this game. It doesn't play the same as a lot of those games. It does play the same as some of those games in some ways, but it still, in essence, is the same idea. It is a cooperative game through and through, where you'll be, leveling up and not leveling up, but progressing and getting new shit together, and it has the same kind of vibe. So if you're into any of those like 4-player cooperative games, this game is definitely something you should check out. If you like Warframe, you should check this game out. Just because it has that just cooperative action vibe to it. If you like boss battles in games, you should definitely check this game out. It's a game fucking full of them. If you played Shadow of the Colossus and love the idea of fighting a boss and then going to the next boss and fighting it, you're not going to get fights that size, although one of the storyline missions, a couple of them, has a pretty big monster to fight.
Yeah.
But it's pretty straightforward. But yeah, if you like the idea of, there's also indie games that came out where you fight just bosses and stuff. If you like games like that, the idea of boss battles, play Monster Hunter World. It's literally a game that is just fighting bosses, essentially. What else you guys add?
I would add, if you like games where
Micromanaging. If you like micromanaging shit,
you can take the opportunity to
And grinding.
plan for each encounter. This game is full of that. Chris, I hate speaking for you, but is the type of person.
the second time he loves it.
He is more the type of person where he's like, what's the monster weak to? I'm going to bring that monster's weakness and weapon. I'm going to bring traps and dung pods and ball. He's just like a utility belt ready to go in for every fight, and he has to change depending on what we're fighting. As far I go for more like this does everything for me type of approach.
the Batman of Monster Hunter.
Pretty much. But the game allows for that. So if you like that idea of being able to plan your encounter, this is that kind of game. If you like nuanced, rich combat, this game is not a hack and slash game.
No,
you're gonna fail if you just go in swinging. So you have to
or
like
at the very least, people on your team and the Monster Hunter The Monster Hunter community is a really cool community, but they will definitely let you know if you're not using a weapon correctly.
Yeah.
So
you have to put effort into combat.
Yeah, so if you're just mashing one button, someone's definitely, hopefully politely, gonna remind you that there's other ways to be using that way more efficiently.
Yeah. But if that sounds appealing, it is the combat, and every weapon's completely different feeling. So try everything before you just.
I mean that's a good one. If you like games where the combat has more to it than at the very polar opposite would be like the Lego games where you just mash one button and hit shit.
Or Dynasty Warriors.
Or Dynasty Warriors, yeah. Games like that, which are also fun in their own right,
for sure.
But there's other things that pull you. If you like a game where you actually got to think about combat, this is the game for you. It's you're constantly thinking about the weapon that's in your hands, what other people are using, how best to use your weapon versus the person that you're fighting or the monster you're fighting that has a whole different moveset than the last person you're just fighting. And you're constantly thinking about combat. That's the whole game. Mm-hmm. Is the hunt and the fight.
The only one I got left is if you like the idea of crafting as progression instead of leveling as progression.
Grinding and crafting, if you like those two things.
Warframe's a great example of that. If you like the progression in that game, the progression in Monster Hunter is a very similar idea. So
yeah, but everyone who plays Warframe plays this too. I mean, they intermingle constantly.
Just throwing it out.
No, it's good. It's good. But it's just funny, when we bring up some of these other games with
playing it
staunch
already,
communities, they're pretty much the same people. They just are more active when they're talking about their game over there and over here. But you'll be talking about like Warframe and Monster Hunter. People are like, yeah, and I like this over there too. That's really good. And then you're talking about like Warframe or Monster Hunter, and people playing Warframe are like, yeah, my favorite weapon when I play that is blah blah blah. Like they're all the same people pretty
The
much.
Venn
There's-
diagram is closer to a single circle. Than
yeah,
multiple.
yeah, they're very close. Like they're intermingled. I can talk about either game and the same communities are like, yeah. I'm like, all right.
Those are my big suggestions. I do not like, unlike Plus Club, I do not think everyone could play this game.
No.
Because you do.
Although
you do
now
have to try.
Now is the best time ever to try Monster Hunter.
For sure.
It's streamlined to the point where I think most people can get into it. I have friends who probably would have never tried this game or wouldn't have stuck with it unless it was this version, and now they play it all the fucking time. I got a bunch of people I know personally who never played any of these games before, and now they're obsessed with this game.
I think sales would back that up completely too.
So it's the perfect time. So don't let that like scare you away from it. But it is not going to be for everybody. Some people don't want something this involved
starts kind of casual. Does
time
not end that
investing.
way, yeah.
Because you have to invest time in this game. This is not a game. You can't like casually go into a fucking hunt either. Like you gotta
Especially later.
You gotta invest the time. You're like, you're not getting like a
just
10
walk
minute.
around in the intro set. You're gonna get nuked
Yeah.
later on.
Hey, Great Jagras is not a good representation of the entire roster.
And yeah, so I mean, like, I would definitely recommend everybody try this game. But I know it's not for everybody
For
so.
sure.
Just because, playing Monster Hunter since it has come out, it has been a struggle to get more and more people to get into that community until now. So it's finally happened. But they found this great middle ground where they still have a challenging game that's skill based, but also you got to pay attention to the monsters and stuff that appeases it. The original fans love it. They didn't take too much away from it, but then also new people can hop in and not have to worry about some of the older systems and having to craft as much stuff to take with you and stuff like that, which is really
Regular
nice.
pickaxes, old pickaxes, mega
Exactly.
pickaxes,
Sharpening
regular
stones.
bug
Yeah,
nets.
the pace of the older Monster Hunters is a lot slower.
Way slower.
There's a lot more
Planning.
preparation. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sure.
and that's one thing that like, I appreciate in the older games, but I'm not upset it's gone. Like it's way more streamlined now. I'm like, oh, it's nice. That's fine. I know some people are kind of upset with it, but newer players, they don't got to worry about that shit.
Yeah.
They weren't even there for that. So they get to enjoy smooth fucking sales.
Only recommendation I would have is if you're a hoarder.
Yeah.
I mean,
This
you're
is a
not-
game for
you're not
hoarders for
wrong.
sure. I started doing that shit when I first started playing this one. And I was like, I can't do this. I'm going to go literally crazy. And I feel like you already did go crazy. Because when we bring it up, you're like, ha ha ha.
I think I really had like
Can't
a
go
good.
someplace you've already been.
I had a good sweet spot without Iceborne, which was I picked a set. I went until I was losing. I was like, okay, let's make a new set. And then I beat the story. And then when it unlocked the end game part, I was like, now it's time to get new on sets. And then I would start collecting this stuff for specific fights.
Everything for the whole way. That was just a nice, smooth, even ride the whole way through for me.
It's very typical Japanese game, and the further you get, the more shit unlocks. So I
Yeah.
don't want to wait too long. So I try to like find a nice middle ground until I beat the game, and then I'll go nuts and collect everything. So
Everything.
to each their own, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any more recommendations?
Not for children.
Unless you're...
And early to teens, I think you can start getting into this, but like younger kids are going to hate this because it's going
I
to be
can
too
see
difficult for
frustration.
them.
Yeah.
Unless you got some like badass little toddler out in the backyard and he's hunting down like the neighbor cats, fucking hand him the controller and be like, chill out, dude.
Do this instead, please.
Yeah. Let's try and swerve you away from being an actual serial killer.
Yeah, I think I do think there's a minimum age for it. I don't think it's gonna be too old, but
No.
Same for your
People like-
grandpappy either. Keep it out of his hands. They'll give him a fucking stroke.
I think even like an 8 or 9 year old could start playing this and eventually get frustrated with it, but have a fun time getting to like that.
I think that's fair. Yeah.
Always gotta think of the kids.
Well, someone has to. 'cause
God
I'm
damn it!
not.
Think of the children.
Will somebody
I ain't buying
please
games for
think of
kids,
the
so it don't matter to
children?
me.
I'm trying to help you with their toddlers, dude. I don't want them to fucking grow up crazy. I'm trying to save lives here.
Well, I mean, what is that scenario? Come on.
It happens, dude. We can talk after the show. I've known some people who fucking have done some weird shit.
Well, I mean, so have I.
Yeah. So, pretty much, quite a bit of people we can recommend this to, but also not everybody. Although, like I said, I think everybody should at least try it.
Yeah, I think the base game's $30.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's worth it. The whole it's all worth it, dude. It's all just worth it. So worth it.
Absolutely.
Let's get into grades. Let's start with Chris.
Why me always? No. This is gonna seem kind of generous. I think I want to give it a weaker A plus.
All right.
The only weaker because of the weapon design is the only major gripe I have with the game is that some of the weapons are very cut and paste feeling.
Mm.
But everything beyond that, this is the best game I've played in a long time, and I just keep playing it over and over. I come home, I'll play one game, and I'll stop. Be like, I need to go kill this monster. I gotta collect that stuff. What am I doing?
It's part of your lifestyle.
It is. I have like, this isn't a lot for like other Monster Hunters, but I have like over almost 600 hours into the game.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, there's people with a fucking crazy amount in that game. And
some people don't have jobs, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I have like, because I took that long break, I think I have like 300 something hours.
I'll say I got a few hundred.
Yeah.
And that's pretty hard to do these days. So
It's hard for fucking me to do, man. I don't know where I got that time from. Because I guarantee I was playing like 7 other games at the time.
yeah.
I'll like beat a game while I'm playing other games, and I'm just like, how'd I do that? And then I just complain about it.
Yeah, I think it's the highest grade I've given the game yet. It's a weak A plus.
So A plus.
I'll say it's an A plus. You don't get a weak A plus.
Well, no. I feel that.
I do, but
I do that. Just because sometimes I'm a little reluctant, but it just feels right, and
Yeah.
or just like when he was bringing up things about Darksiders 3, I was like, fuck, did I grade that correctly? Just because he brought that up, I'm like, that's actually pretty. But I'll stay with what I got, obviously. Yeah, so A plus. I'll go next.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a very strong A. I feel really confident in an A. The only reason I'm not giving it A plus is for anybody who knows. I think I've given one other game an A plus so far. Do you guys remember what it was? It was recently.
I feel like it will be.
Was it Detroit?
I think it might have been.
might have been.
I think I gave that game an A plus as well.
Yeah, I think we both gave it A plus. It was the first time we gave an A plus for anything.
I don't think I have
Yeah.
yet.
Get used to that. Something's coming up.
I was about to make a comment about that.
But very, very strong A. The only reason it's not an A plus is because A plus is reserved for me with games that, for me personally, for lack of better way of putting it, make me want to fucking cry. I play a game, it has an emotional attachment to me, and I'm like, oh my God, am I experiencing art? And yeah, A plus easily with games like that. I don't feel that when I play Monster Hunter, but I do love the series. I do love this game. I think it is the best in the series. Obviously, there's things about the older games that I love, but just as the total package now with Iceborne, it's just such a fantastic game. It's such a celebration of the series. It's a game that's brought in new people and kept old fans happy. It's the reason we play video games. It's fun. It's got stuff to work towards. You feel like you've achieved something. There's a skill or a learning curve, but once you've mastered something, you feel like you've done it. It's a game you can sit down and talk with your friends endlessly about. It's just like video games as a whole, that's what it represents. It's an awesome fucking game. I love it. It's always a blast to come back and play. And yeah, Capcom nailed it with this game. It is awesome. So strong A. Easy. It's an easy A. Like fucking, you said A plus. I wasn't even like, whoa. I was like,
I didn't think it was surprising.
I was like,
honest.
I was just like, okay,
yeah.
that makes sense. So yeah, easy A.
It is also an easy A for me. This game, like you said, is the type of game that you play and you go, this is the reason I play video games. Mm-hmm. It does everything. Even the story, which is completely dorky.
It's awesome.
I'm enjoying it the whole
Yeah.
time. because I believe that's their world as much as like when I listen to them like talk about stuff. I'm like, that's so ridiculous. Like, but not for you guys. And like, I feel it.
The only way that story could get fucking bring into the A+ region is if fucking there's a scene where they take fucking little Hunter Ellie and you're fucking going through a snowy town, fucking getting ready to take people's kneecaps out and shit to get her back. I'd be like, I'm into this. Monster Hunter just got fucking real.
And for similar reasons, I can't give it A+ is the weapon design.
Yeah.
That is a weak point in the game, like glaringly weak.
And that's a really good point you guys brought up too.
Well, and it's just crazy because all the armors aren't like that. Even the new variations of the old armors are new.
Yeah, I love the armors.
So, like, what happened in weapon development? I don't get it. So, maybe they were going for a more realistic look. I don't know.
That's what I think. But then you brought up a good counter of like they did get weird with some of them though. So it's like, what? What's the philosophy there?
Yeah.
What was their plan?
Yeah, and it is a game that I can sink hundreds of hours into, and
Easy.
It doesn't feel like it. I can always play the game. I can kill the same monster 30 times in a row, and it doesn't feel like it. And it's one of those games where you get these crazy experiences, which will probably be in footage above me. I'm not sure what part Seth will pick, but there's a part where we're fighting. I'm sorry, I'm really bad at this. Glavness, and
Gackiness.
he swings his tail down at me, missing me by this much. I scoot like to get away, and he swings a second time and misses me by this much. The whole time I'm just like,
What are you, Looney Tunes?
it was fucking insane, man. So like the game just offers you moments constantly. So yeah, it's great. Solid 8, easy.
So 2 A's and an A+.
Yeah.
I feel like that's completely fair and justified. Anything else you guys want to say on this game? Obviously, there's a reason why we love it.
I want to play it right now.
Yeah.
It's
one of those games you start talking about, you're like, why am I not playing that?
It is an easy to revisit game. You can put it down. You can always come back to it. I mean, obviously, as long as the servers stay up.
That's the thing that was great about me coming back to it is like I felt like I was just kind of like, and every game is technically like this, but like some games you come back, and especially if it's like deep in story or it's like, you know, Assassin's Creed Odyssey or something, you put a bunch of hours in that, you come back later, you're like, what the fuck was I doing? Mm-hmm. This, I came back, and at first I'm like, I forgot how to play this. But other than that, I was like, oh yeah, I was doing this. And then like you get back to what you're doing. Yep. The pace is perfect. Like with that whole like I'm gonna do things how I want to do them. It's always like that. When you come back, you're just ready to go. People can always come back and help you at any point in the game, and yeah, it's just
it's really easy too to make like a grocery list essentially in the game. And like, you know, let's say like, you know, Chris needs blah blah from X monster and I don't need that monster. I'm still gonna join him to go kill it because at some point I'm gonna all of a sudden
shit.
Weeks later, I'm going to get this random itch like, I'm going to try out Greatsword. Oh, and I need to kill that thing that Chris needed and I didn't go with him. Like, no, everything is eventually going to get used. Like, I'm going to have a reason to use it at some point.
Yeah, sometimes I'll get something and I'm like, I don't need that, but I will later probably. Yeah. So at least I have it.
So, and that does really go into that hoarder mentality, like collecting everything. Because eventually, like, I never thought I'd play hammers. Hammers are a blast in this game. So
that seems to be the case. So many people are like surprised by trying a weapon they didn't think they'd like and then liking it. So that's kind of the charm of the game is all the weapons are so well thought out. Although we are going right back into the discussion, which is fine. I just before we go too far, I'm like, let's wrap it up.
It was mostly just solidifying, you know, the fact that we all gave it ridiculously high scores, and I don't mean ridiculous.
Easily. It wasn't even hard to think
as in it was
about.
Bad, as in emphasizing how like much we enjoy the game. So
not only could I not fathom giving this a B in any range of that, I can't fathom giving it an A-. I feel like an A- is an insult to this game. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of feel that. I'm sure not everyone's going to agree with necessarily with that, but I on a personal level completely
just
agree with
any
that.
of us three, if any of like the whole time I was thinking, I was like, Chris is definitely giving an A+. But
I kind of thought that coming into this episode.
But with all of us, I was like, I feel like we're all going to give it A's at the very least. And I was going to be very surprised if anyone gave it an A- because A- is the lower end of A. And this game is so good, it's like, why are you giving it the lower end?
I mean, I'm nitpicking because I'm bitching about cosmetics of weapons. Like, that's my down
That's the
point.
only thing, yeah. It's like, some of the weapons could look better.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only complaint,
I
really.
never have a bad time playing this game unless, like, on our end, the internet's doing stupid things. And then that's not Capcom's fault.
God damn it, Capcom.
It's a certain stupid internet provider's fault.
I'll get you.
And your little dog too.
Someone at Capcom right now watching this going, what the fuck are they going to do to my dog? You stay away from him.
I'm gonna
Nothing.
make
Stay
it
away
to a
from it.
battle
We're gonna be
axe.
fighting some
Johnny,
real watered
stay
down
away from
dogs
him.
next month, though.
You what?
I said no. We're gonna be fighting some real watered down dogs next month, though.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we play Dauntless?
Yes.
Yeah, but not for
I played a good chunk of it.
Not for the channel?
not for the channel.
I feel like we did. I felt like, did we grade this shit like a fucking C or some shit?
We all tried it when it was coming out.
I'm not hyping this game very well. I'm so stoked.
I'm honestly interested in trying it because I've never gotten past the beginning.
It's just
so.
bad time. It's not Dauntless, it's me. It's not a good time for me.
It's never a good time for you.
Yeah, but we just played this. That I just gave an A easily. I didn't think about it. I was like, A easy. Yeah, so let's end this. We could probably sit here and talk for hours about this game. Let us know in the comments. Is there anything about Monster Hunter World that we should have talked about? We could always come back and revisit it. But what do you guys think of Monster Hunter World? What do you guys think about Iceborne? Really, I know a lot of you guys love it. So let me know what you would grade it. I'm really curious about what you guys, what kind of metric would you give to grade how good this game is? Have you not played Monster Hunter World? Why haven't you? Have you played it and you weren't into it? Why did that happen to you in your life? Let me
hurt
know.
you?
And monsters are too real. I fight them in real life. That's getting dark. I got a lot of skeletons in my closet. Glavinus brings up bad memories. Let me know everything you think about, though, when it comes to Monster Hunter World and Iceborne. And, yeah, that's going to do it for this episode of Game of the Month. As always, thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you enjoy this episode. Make sure to check out our other episodes. Check us out on Tumblr, Twitter, and Facebook at Tasty Loot Gaming. Although I'm really flirting with the idea of just deleting Twitter across the board. I'm just sick of Twitter. And Facebook. So
I say I definitely don't have that experience.
if that I fucking hate Twitter, dude. It's such a fucking evil place. And Facebook's boring.
I think you get rid of the Facebook and the Tumblr. I don't think anyone would care.
I'm about to get rid of all fucking 3 of them. Anyway, they're there though. Still, you can go check them out if you want. Every once in a while, Facebook's like, you got 6 views on your Facebook. I'm like, I haven't used that in fucking over a year. So they're just looking at this like desolate island that I once lived on.
December.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that in a sec. I need to start doing that at the beginning of the episode. Where was I at? Tumblr, Twitter, Facebook.
Yep.
I'm about to fucking nuke those. We have Discord link down below. You can talk to us anytime, all the time. We're on iTunes, Spotify, and other podcast platforms if you prefer to listen to us because you prefer MP3 over MP4. Very specific. Yeah, so also I want to remind you guys that December will be the community pick for our game of the month, which I'm very excited for. With that, you guys can pick any game within reason. Even if you guys like, play this porn game that's on Steam, I'll play it. I don't give a fuck. But I doubt that would happen. But just saying, the sky's the limit. If you guys want us to play Monster Hunter World again in December, that can happen. It's up to you guys. But the way you guys can vote for that is in October. Anytime we have a new video out, you comment whatever you're going to comment, or do 2 different comments, doesn't matter. In fact, more comments the better. But if you want to just say your opinion or just come in and be like, hey, I want you to play this in December, throw a game out there. Anytime a game comes up for the first time in the comments, I'm going to put that on a list. Every time it gets mentioned in another video or the same video, if it gets mentioned multiple times, one suggestion a video per person. I'll be keeping track of you motherfuckers. I will be tallying up how many times a game gets mentioned throughout the month of October. After October, we'll be doing a poll. I still got to figure out how to do that. I know on YouTube, you can put out like messages. I'm pretty sure I can put polls out there, but we can also do it in the videos.
If you look on Plus Club, I have 3 reminders of what we're talking about right now, but I use the poll option to put the text on the screen. And if you click on the poll, you can click and pick an option, but it's just more sentences explaining essentially what you're talking about right now.
Yeah, I just don't know how that would work with polls per video.
You would have to check every one and combine them.
Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We're figuring that part out. That's coming up, but all I know is in October, you want us to play a game, put it in the comments, and I will start tallying that up. That's all you got to do. Just let me know what game you want me to play, us to play. We'll pick it up. We'll play in December for you guys or with you guys. And yeah, it should be cool. So yeah. Until then, we're gonna be playing Dauntless. So pick something really interesting. And
Easy month though, so that's good.
Oh, dude, I'm so fucking stoked. I'm so stoked.
Yeah, this month was rough.
Yeah, it has been. Just real quick, I just want to throw it out there. I just got a comment on the most recent video. Andy Braun said that can't be a good sign as a reply to Maneki Neko, who's a regular on the channel. Said, I actually enjoyed Lords of the Fallen more than Darksiders 3. Throwing shades at Darksiders 3. Throwing shade at it. And someone said that can't be a good sign. So, very interesting. That happened while we're filming, so I just want to throw it out there. Okay. Vote for the game of the month in December. It's up to you guys. If no one votes, I'm going to fucking pick it. If one person votes, you decided for everybody. Yeah. So awesome. So, it's up to you guys. Or it might be up to me. It doesn't matter. So, think about it. And, yeah. So, that's it. My name's Seth.
I'm Chevy.
And I'm Chris.
Until next episode, which should be Tasty Tuesday. Should be. Have a good week, guys, and take it easy.
Later, pard.